I want to talk to you about how to sell on ASOS Marketplace. This is a beginner's guide to setting up a successful boutique on ASOS.com. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you are to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's convo, I want to speak to you about how to sell on ASOS Marketplace. Now, ASOS is a UK-based global online fashion and cosmetic retailer that ships to nearly 200 countries. And they have fulfillment centers in the UK, USA, and Europe. The thing here is that they're not as known in the US as Amazon and other players, but guess what? A lot of folks are making millions nowadays selling on ASOS based in the United States and Canada. And in today's conversation, I'm going to give you the step-by-step you need to learn so you can sell successfully on ASOS.com. So when it comes to ASOS, you got to think about the brands that they have. So when you go on ASOS.com, they have a lot of brands. So they have a ASOS Design, they have ASOS Edition, they have ASOS White, they have ASOS Made in Kenya, they have ASOS 4505, they also have ASOS Collabs. And the cool thing here is that here is a platform that is very dynamic, that constantly innovate. They are kicking ass like crazy. This is fantastic. And they actually collaborate with some of the world's biggest names like Crayola, The Simpsons, Laquan Smith, Glad, and V-Files to design cool collections that you will not find anywhere else. Okay, this is fantastic. As I said, this is a platform that constantly innovates. So when you go on ASOS, you have a wonderful experience, at least based on our research, because they never settle. They're constantly innovating. For example, they have a lot of good tools that will help you get the dress that you need, get the garment that you need. For example, they have something called a style match. Wonderful. You can use the style match to find similar pieces faster and easier than ever before with their photo search technology. All you have to do is just to snap or upload, a garment, an image, and Style Match will search all their products to show you the closest things. They also have Fit Assistant. This is really good. So Fit Assistant actually helps you find everything from bespoke measurements, things that similar shoppers have bought. And so the bottom line is you're getting a personalized size recommendation. They also have a student discount, so you have 10% off until you graduate. And it doesn't matter where you live. If you live in the States, you live in Canada, you live in the UK, you live in Australia, you live in Nigeria, you live in whatever you live. If you can show proof of your student status, you get 10% off until you graduate. And they also have excellent customer care. We love that. And they will answer you 24/7. They are also available on social media, Facebook, Twitter, live chat, Instagram, email, you name it. And they are currently offering everything in 11 languages. Wonderful. So after actually giving you an overview of the ASOS Marketplace, let's just go right in. Let's just dive right in. First thing you need to do, you need to register. You want to register on ASOS Marketplace. Okay, and there are 4 simple steps on getting your items listed on ASOS Marketplace. So before you register, so you can see on the screen here, you need to set up a business PayPal account. Very important. And you can see if you don't have a business PayPal account, you will need one before selling on the ASOS Marketplace. And you will need to ensure that your account status is fully verified, as requirements can vary by country. So we're showing you right now paypal.com business, the first slide, and then the second slide, the third slide, the fourth slide, and the fifth slide. So all you have to do here is to agree and create the account. And then you need to activate your PayPal account. This is very important to do this because there are actually 3 steps to follow to activate your PayPal business account. You need to confirm your email address. You need to add a bank account. and you need to verify your bank account. So that's the first step. Second step is you need to apply to become a boutique on ASOS.com. Very important, okay? And you need to submit an application. We'll go through that later on, but it's important to understand that without doing that, they're not going to approve you. They have to review everything. So if you can see on the screen here basically you have to enter basic information about your application. You need to confirm, email, and apply for a boutique. You need to enter your information, and you need to submit your application. It's very important to put the right description of your business, to be very careful and to be very thorough in the kind of description you put forward. I would say you want to, if you have no knack for writing business presentation, you want to hire someone. You probably pay 10 or 15 bucks to draft something compelling, because the ASOS review panel is going to rate everything and they will approve you based on what you wrote. So make sure that you spend a lot of time on that, okay? And if you have any question before applying, you can check out their selling FAQs. They have frequently asked questions about selling, or you can email newboutiques@asos.com. The email is newboutiques, plural, @asos.com. Very important. So step number 2, you want to create your boutique. So if your application is accepted, congratulations. The next step is creating your boutique storefront. Very important. So, and what is a boutique storefront? This is your online store on ASOS, okay? This is fully editable, and you will be able to build your own branded area within ASOS Marketplace. Think of it as your little store, okay? Your little brick and mortar, the equivalent of your brick and mortar store. The online equivalent, if you will, the digital equivalent of your brick and mortar store in a shopping mall. And the shopping mall just happens to be ASOS Marketplace. So customizable areas on your ASOS boutique include your brand bio, your storefront image, your logo, and you can also add visual merchandise. You can see the layout of your products. And if you get stuck at any point, the seller support team will be on hand to help you, okay? Remember that your brand bio will also get some traffic from search engines to your boutique. So make sure you call out key products and any big name vintage brands you stock and your brand's USP. Basically, anything that someone might search for that you specialize in, okay? It's all about niching down. It's all about specializing in something. One thing that's very important also is that do not forget to link your storefront to your social media channels too, okay? You want to spread the word, folks. You need to spread the word. So step number 2, create your boutique. Step number 1, you want to register on the ASOS Marketplace and apply. Number 2, create your boutique. Number 3, you need to list your items. So now it's time to start listing your items for sale. You can start with as little as 5 listings. Do you only have 5 items? Okay, don't sweat it. Okay, it's fine. 5 images are permitted per product listing, and you must ensure that your images adhere to ASOS Marketplace's photography guidelines. Okay, for example, for clothing, the hero picture must be shot on a model, but for accessories, all of the pictures can be flat lays showing the product only. So this is very important. Photos are critical. Next, words, the content, the writing. You need to include a concise but informative title and description that tells customers what they need to know. You also want to consider SEO, right? Searchability of your items here, because again, on the ASOS Marketplace, competition is crazy. This is a global marketplace, and you're not the only one specializing in that garment you're selling. So you better be very strategic here. Make sure you are including keywords that people will search for, so that the ASOS algorithm will point them to you, will bring you easy and free traffic. Then all you need to do is price your item and set it live. So when it sells, you get an email, then you can post your item to its new home. That's it. And I want to talk to you also a little bit about the ASOS Marketplace photography guide, because photos are so critical. We think it's important to talk about them in this show. So great imagery has the power to sell products and create brands, right? We all know that. And what we've seen in our research is that right now on ASOS Marketplace, there are 4 types of photography that are allowed. So you can see first here, we have the modeled shots. And then you have the flat lay shots. And then you have the hanger shots. And then you have the pack shots, the cutouts. So the important things here is that you need to choose one category of photography that actually applies to the kind of items you're selling. Okay, and you want to pay attention to the pixelation. You want to pay attention to the size. There are certain things that ASOS accepts and certain things they don't accept. We don't have time to go through all of these things here, but if you want, you just have to go to the seller marketplace FAQ, and they have all the info there. One thing that's important to understand is that you always want to use pictures that are clear, they are informative, and you want to have a white background as much as possible. Very important. You want to use a consistent style of background so that your shop looks tidy and helps define your brand, right? So whether you are using hanger shots or flat lay shots or pack shots cutouts or model shots, you need to introduce in those pictures some kind of branding so that potential customers really have a genuine brand experience. You want to try to use the shots to showcase all the details of your products you are selling, the product you're selling. Remember that images must be a minimum of resolution. Sometimes it's 870 to 1262, but depending on your store and depending on the item, this is why I say you need to go back and read the seller FAQs content so you have a better idea of what applies to your specific store. And so one thing we love with ASOS Marketplace is that if you have more questions or you need questions or you need answers rather, you can contact their email. You can also go on Instagram. By the way, they have an Instagram and account. You can go there for a photo inspiration, or you can go to their blog. They have a blog that is very, very, very well fed, and this is fantastic. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We're also having a conversation today about how to sell on ASOS Marketplace. So the first thing is you need to register. You need to apply for a boutique. Number two, you need to create your boutique if you are approved. You need to list your items. Step number four, you need to grow on ASOS Marketplace. How do you grow? Number one, you need to read the boutique standards guide. Honestly, if you are really serious about selling and growing on ASOS Marketplace, you want to go and read that standard guide. It's just fantastic. It's packed with relevant content. We're showing you on the screen the link to that standard guides. It's wonderful. So you need to actually read the boutique standards guide. You need to get your pricing right. Again, the platform is very competitive. So the last thing you want is people actually walking out on you because they realize that your price is too high. You don't want that. Okay, this is a global marketplace. If you want to play game and you want to put your prices too high, you're not going to sell anything. So you want to price your items strategically, neither too low nor too high. And you also want to think about getting great customer service. You want to actually, you want to offer great customer service because you are operating under the ASOS brand. So ASOS Marketplace wants to ensure that all of their boutiques maintain a high standard of customer service at all times. Okay, so your customer service must meet or exceed the customer service levels set out in their boutique standards guide. This is why I'm telling you, you need to go and read that standard guides. And you also want to keep your customers happy with speedy delivery. Shipping is so important, very important. Okay, so you want to shop around for shipping carriers so you can offer the best value and delivery times for your customers. So once you have sold an item, items need to be delivered in their described conditions and in a timely fashion. And as you are a boutique on ASOS Marketplace, customers will have a certain expectation when it comes to how items are packaged. So please, this is important, and we have covered this on other shows for other online marketplaces. You want to make sure that you take care to package up your items nicely. And you can even include gifts. You can include presents in your packages. You can also include things like you can brand things, right? It's all about brand exposure here. Okay, little touches like an accompanying note or wrapping your items in tissue paper can help build up positive feedback and a loyal following for your boutique on the ASOS Marketplace. The next thing you need to do is to promote your boutique. Very important. I've said it earlier before. I've said it before. ASOS is a very competitive marketplace. They are a global marketplace. So you're not, if you're sitting somewhere in Austin, Texas, you're not competing against only Texans or Americans. You are competing against the whole world. You have sellers from all over the world. Okay. So there are a couple of things you can do in order to drive more traffic to your boutique. And so increasing your following on ASOS Marketplace and driving customers to your boutique is the most effective way to increase those all important sales. So you have promo codes. So promo codes are good because they help push customers towards making that purchase, right? So promo codes on ASOS Marketplace come in 3 different formats. So you have the percentage off, like 20% off, 40% off, right? You have amount off or free shipping. You can say $20 off or $50 off, or you can offer free shipping. There are a number of ways you can use codes to help your boutique, and you can give them to anyone or use them however you like. You can reward your existing customers. You can send out codes via social media. You can put codes on your flyers or business cards. You can have competitions, for example, right? And you can also have a percentage of promo events and sales. It's kind of cool too. And besides promo codes, you can also the promo codes you can actually have paid promotion slots. And ASOS Marketplace offers several different places to pay to promote your boutique and featuring your boutique on their main pages. And this is definitely worth it. Definitely, this is one of the ways that ASOS is able to monetize their platform. This is how they make money, among other things, by charging their sellers, because selling and listing on the platform is free. But if you want to boost your store, if you want to boost your boutique, they call it boutique there, you want to pay for it. And so this is kind of cool. It's worth looking into. You can, as well as promoting your boutique on the women's and men's homepages, you can book slots on the vintage and labels to love hubs. Plus, when you book a slot on either of these hubs, you will also get exposure with the vintage boutique or independent labels directory, meaning your boutique will get double the exposure. You also have a homepage image. So the image on your homepage, on your own profile, should also be good. So you want to invest time in your homepage image and make sure that your brand is represented. It's kind of important. Okay. So this is kind of good. So when using the paid promotions on site, your boutique homepage image will be the first thing customers see, and they will use this to decide if they want to click through to your boutique. You don't want to have a high click-through rate. You don't want to have a high bounce rate. You don't want folks to come to your homepage image, or to your homepage for that matter, and just go back right away. You don't want that. Step number 6, folks. If you want to sell on ASOS Marketplace successfully and profitably in the long run, you need to follow the rules. And this is step number 6. You need to follow the rules. And I'm going to show you a few things because as a seller on ASOS, you have responsibilities. Okay. As a seller on ASOS, you must take care of the following things. 100% of the stock featured online should be ready to deliver to shoppers within 2 working days. With the exception of made to order and custom made orders, most of the items must be shipped within 2 working days. Very important, 48 hours. Inquiries from the customers must be answered within 1 working day, 24 hours, and refunds and exchanges must be issued in 2 working days. I want you to pay attention right now on the screen where I'm going to show you a few snapshots that we took from the ASOS Marketplace standard guide. You can see here Boutique Standards 101, first screenshot. You can see here, I'm going to leave it on the screen for a while. The stock must be 100% owned and genuine. 2 days shipping, 1 day for customer replies, 2 working days for returns and refunds, 90%, at least 90% feedback rating. And you want to resolve issues in a friendly, positive, and in a can-do attitude. Second slides, the stock. So stock must be 100% owned and genuine. Already said that. Let's move on to shipping. So shipping, 2 working days. I want you to look on the screen right now. 2 working days maximum, okay? Because according to ASOS, prompt shipping is key to great customer experience, and we agree with that, 100%. Communication, you want to reply to customers within 1 working day maximum. Returns must be handled within 2 working days. Refunds must be taken care of within 2 working days. Feedback, and this is very important. According to ASOS Marketplace, if you want to be successful on the platform, you must maintain a feedback rating of more than 90%. Okay, if you want to be successful. Issue resolution here, you want to make sure everything is done in a harmonious way, in a courteous way, in a positive way. And also, there are certain things you cannot list on the platform. So for animal welfare, offensive text and imagery, and copyright infringement. We're going to leave this on the screen for a few seconds. So animal welfare, offensive text and imagery, and copyright infringements. And last but not the least, one thing I want to say here is that drop shipping is actually forbidden on the ASOS Marketplace. Okay, it is forbidden. They do not support the dropshipping business model as of now. So if a seller is thought to be running their business as a dropshipper, then ASOS Marketplace, at its own discretion, will remove the seller's account. They will ban you. This is very important. Okay, and if you have questions or comments, you can contact sell@asos.com. All right, folks, this was it for today's conversation. I was speaking to you about how to sell on ASOS Marketplace. Step number 1, you need to register on ASOS Marketplace. Number 2, you want to create your boutique. Number 3, you need to list your items. Number 4, you want to grow on ASOS Marketplace. Number 5, you want to promote your ASOS boutique. Number 6, you want to follow the rules. Number 7, I just recapped everything for you. And thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.